In today's video, we're going to be talking about bullies and people that make you feel small for no reason, and how we can take care of them and how we can move forward with our lives without having these energies affect us. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new, make sure that you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another video. I have a really exciting video. I've gotten so many questions about this in my messages and everywhere about bullies and how to handle people that pick on you and just really try to make you feel small. Now, I have a few ways here that you could deal with bullies. Some are very simple, some are, of course, mentally you can, of course, deal with them. Not that hard. But I want to teach you guys, I want to tell you guys, because I have also dealt with bullies all my life. And I still have them till this day. They have no privilege or business being in or a part of my life, but bullies, they just come and go, right? Whenever they please or whenever they want. Who knows, right? So I'm going to teach you guys a few ways to deal with them and handle them, some magical, some spell work and rituals, and some just freaking mentally. So let's get into number one. Now I do have notes here because I wrote everything down because I do not want to miss out anything, and I'm very forgetful. So the thing I wrote down here is that bullies are energy vampires. And if you've ever heard of what that is, actually, I think I have a video on my channel, but it's basically a being, a spirit, in human form often, that just sucks up energy of anybody that they're around. You know, we'll get more into later on like why they do that, but they steal your energy and they don't give you back anything in return. There's no even exchange of energy there between you and this person. And a lot of the times it is a bully. And sometimes it is about us and how much of our energy we are allowing these parasites to consume. So it's a balancing act. So sometimes, you know, we allow these people to penetrate into our energy, or we allow their words to hurt us, and all of that stuff. But in reality, it has no business doing that, has no privilege of doing that over your life. So we're going to get more into all of that. But the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the way that a bully treats you. It says a lot more about themselves than it does about you. And that's one thing I learned when I was in high school and I was very, very young. Like, I used to have bullies. She would trip me. She was bigger than me. I was terrified. I didn't know how to fight. And so it was just really scary. And I remember the only thing I knew what to do is just run home and pray. Like, what am I going to do? What else am I going to do? I didn't tell anybody because it's embarrassing, right? And then also, like, I don't know. Sometimes when you're bullied, you don't really tell people. But yeah, that was a little bit of my story. And so now in adulthood, I always think about that. Like, they just want to feel bigger. They just want to feel like someone else is smaller. And that's the only people that they will pick on. They will never pick on somebody that is bigger than them, right? You know, how a bully treats you is what I wrote here. It's a huge statement of their own life, where they are. You know, something that you are, or that you have, or that you have accomplished or achieved is pissing the bully off, or is triggering something within them, a lack within them. And so they react in ways maybe they don't even understand, you know, but that doesn't mean that you have to succumb to that kind of treatment. Something that you are, or you have accomplished, you bought, or what you look like, or how you speak, how you carry yourself, an award you got, like whatever this is, it's something that bullies feel like they either could not ever achieve, or it's jealousy. And but they don't understand it, you know. Everybody we see, everybody that comes across in our life, they're a reflection of our own self. And the people that we do not like, they're a reflection of something that maybe we're lacking, or that something they have is triggering us. So, you know, I understand both sides. I'm a Libra. I try to look at all the sides. So I'm trying to just explain. Bullies they're kind of just lacking in their own life. And so they retaliate in ways to make themselves feel bigger. And it is an insecurity of theirs that they let it out in a way maybe they don't understand, or they let it out in an aggressive way or a toxic way, not a healthy way. And they will try to make you feel bad for something that they're lacking, but maybe they don't even understand that they're lacking. So the older I get, I understand bullies a little bit more, but at the same time, none of that is right. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is that bullies most likely will never ever want to solve any kind of conflict. They don't want to talk about anything. They don't want to sit and communicate. They don't want to find the solution, because they thrive in that feeling of making someone else feel small and then making themselves feel bigger in that process. So resolving conflict won't do anything for them at that stage of life that they're in. And so they just want to exert their power over other people, whoever they may be, us, you, me, right? So they just exert their power. And another thing is that they have this false sense of dominance that they get when they pick on people. So whenever you're picked on, whenever somebody says something to you, whether in the workplace, in family, between you and your relationship, just try to understand that these people are doing that. And, you know, look at them like a little project. Like, that's what I do. Like, what are you lacking? Like, you would make a real great study of, like, what are you lacking in your life that makes you want to push someone else down to the ground, or say criticizing and mean things to somebody else for no reason. And it's just, what makes you do that? And it's fascinating to me. It's really fascinating. But another thing I wrote is, with these kinds of people and these kinds of energies, with these bullies, take your power back. There's this quote that I read, and it says, speak up even if your voice trembles. And ever since I read that quote, I'm a very shy person. I'm like quiet and timid, but ever since I read that quote, I've been speaking up a lot more, and my voice will quiver and tremble and squeak and crack, but I don't care. You have to get your message out sometimes, and especially to a bully too. Like, you know, even if your voice cracks, who the hell cares? Stop messing with me. Leave me alone, right? But sometimes it's not even about speaking up or telling them to leave you alone. Sometimes you just back off. You live your own life. Do not feed these bullies your energy. Don't feed them your time. Whatever they say to you, you know your relationship with God, your ancestors, your bloodline. You know your relationship. They know your relationship with each other. And nobody else can come between that. And so that's what I wrote here, is take your power back and they will crumble. And remember your relationship with God, whoever that may be to you, your God, your spirits, your ancestors. And remember that connection that you have with them is 100 million times more powerful than any bully. Now, another thing I want to tell you guys is, when you practice spirituality and law of attraction and all frequency and all this stuff, you know, bullies vibrate at a very, very low frequency. Very, very low. Like anger and depression and sadness and frustration and worry, all of these things, they vibrate there. They live there. Okay? So they're doing everything that they're doing out of that vibration. Your vibration with God, or whoever you believe in, whoever your spirits are. That's a pure, divine, very beautiful connection, and no bully could ever reach that. So remember that. Next time somebody says something to you where you feel like you're being bullied, remember that. They're so low on the vibrational scale, and your connection with something higher is so beautiful, you don't even have to worry. So I did want to mention that. Now the third thing that I want to talk about is to use a red candle. Now I have an entire video about this on my channel. Hopefully I can link it down below, but if not, just search up my name and send negative energy back to the sender. That's what we're going to do here for the third thing that I wanted to talk about. Send negative energy back to the sender. And this is the bully. Like they have a lot of accumulated negative energy that they do not know or understand what to do with. And it's sad too, but it's not your fault. You know, I'm sure that you had things that you had to work through and heal and process, and feel the pain and go through, right? But bullies don't allow themselves to do that, or I don't know. And so you went through it, so you know that what I always say is, I went through it, I could do it, anybody could do it. And I could do it, you could do it. And so you kind of know that anybody can go through anything and anybody can overcome anything. And I truly, truly believe that. So when I say that, I'm saying that that's how I kind of justify sending negative energy back to people. Because if I can do it, heal something within myself and not become the bully, then other people can do it too, right? No matter how tough you've had it. And so that is a spell that you could do. You're going to be required to use a red candle and 4 cloves with the head on. And find the video on my YouTube channel. It is free and you can do it anytime you want to. But if this is like a more in-depth, aggressive type of a situation, then I want you guys to go over to my Patreon, where I give a little bit of a darker spell on how to kind of curse these people and just have them stop bothering you. Like, sometimes people just do not want to leave you alone. And so sometimes you just gotta do something spiritual to make them leave you alone. So if for things like that, go over to my Patreon, and you'll find something there. It's already up. But other than that, let's go to the next thing, which is number 4. What I wrote here is that bullies are fixated on having power and dominance over others. Most often likely because they feel like they have they lack a sense of control in an area of their life or their entire life. Like there's a missing control or discipline or organization or something like that. Like, you know, so they try to put that on somebody else, or try to exert that on somebody else to try to make it feel like they have control over somebody or something. And that is not okay. And what I want you to do is, in this case, you can use a purple candle. It could be a jar candle. It can be a chime candle, birthday candle, tea light candle, whatever you have. Just make sure that it's purple, light purple, dark purple, purple. And then what you're going to do is, if you have domination oil, I have mine in my shop. I should have had it right with me. So I have here my personal domination oil. This sits with my Kali. I've worked it over and over and over again, and it's just filled with herbs, crystals, oils, and a bunch of nice goodies in here. And when you purchase my domination oil from my shop, you actually get my domination oil from this bottle. Okay, so if you're interested, then head over. You can purchase it. We're having a sale, 20% off sale for the entire month. Go have fun, shop, browse, get this. Okay, so what you're gonna do is put a domination oil. If you don't have mine, that's fine. You can use another domination oil, or you could use any coconut oil. Is very, very good. You're gonna use the domination oil, and then you're going to light it. you're gonna either stick 4 cloves with the head on the candle, or drop it in the candle, feed it into the candle, or you're gonna just place them on the 4 corners of the candle. Just light it. When the candle is done burning, then you're going to, oh, by the way, you're going to, of course, write the target's name on there. If you have some of their DNA, if you have a photo, you can use that too. More information about spells like that over on my OF or on my Patreon. OF is a little bit more darker, more occulty spells for you. Patreon is a little bit more just, you get over 200 videos from me. If you go over there, I have over 200 videos. I have over hundreds of posts, writings, spells, if you're interested. But things that I can't really talk about here on YouTube. But then, yeah, after you put the 4 cloves on there, you are just going to light it. And then when everything burns down, get all the remnants of it and just throw their ass away. Throw the bully away into the garbage can. So that is the next spell that you can do. Now, the 5th thing I want to talk about is shadow work. So a lot of things I wrote down here that I feel like you guys will understand. A lot of you in my community and my subscribers, you are very well ahead of your age. I feel like very mature, very wise, and also life experiences have made you into somebody that really understands a lot of things. So I feel like you will understand this. Bullies have not yet met with their shadow self, or they have gotten stuck in their shadow self, and they just could never climb out of it, or they don't know how to heal it, or they won't heal it. They refuse to heal it. Now, they have a lot of unhealed energies within them, and the way that it comes out, the way that they treat people, it's not right. But these are broken people. But the way that they come about it, it's mean and rude and like not nice. And you do not deserve that, and they need to go and heal their self because you did. Right? You did. Now, rather than facing themselves and their shadows, they release that tension or that energy onto other people, on doing mean things, saying rude things, picking on people, trying to make other people feel small so that they can feel bigger. So they exude power in other ways. Now, there's a spell that I want to teach you that you can do. I want you to get a mirror. I should have gotten a mirror so I could show you, but just a little compact mirror, like a cheap dollar store one compact mirror, the ones you could flip over and close. You want to get the bully's picture, okay? And this is to make them take a good hard look at their own self. Their attention goes off other people and they just look at themselves. Now, there's another spell that I'll have that on OnlyFans, and that's how to curse the bully. But this is a milder, gentle, like nicer version, just out of compassion and humanity. So you're gonna put their picture so that they are looking at themselves in the mirror, and then you're gonna close that compact mirror, and you're gonna keep it on your altar for as long as you want to, or you can bury it underneath a tree, and walk away from the tree. Do not look back. Just bury like a park tree somewhere, walk away, don't look back. It's not your problem anymore. You could do that. And what this does is it's going to make your bully take a long, good, hard look at themselves and just heal whatever the heck they need to heal. Now, if you want to curse them, then you need to go onto my other platform because I cannot show that here. But I'm just showing like a mild, compassionate, empathetic way to get rid of your bully. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about is bullies, they want to belittle you, okay? And they want to make you feel small, like we've been talking about in the whole video. It helps them feel better about themselves, and whatever they're lacking, it's like it helps them to suppress it and brush it under the rug even more. And they do feel more powerful, and they do exude more power because they're feeding themselves negative energy, and we don't need to associate with that. We don't need to engage with that. And another thing that I wrote is don't let them have that power over you. Look at your life and look at their life. Always, always when somebody is bullying you, your life probably always looks better than theirs. And I'm not just talking about money. It could be money, it could be love, it could be something you have, something you carry within yourself, how you carry it within yourself, what you look like. It could be anything. But look at your life and then look at the bully's life and really try to study, because it's very fascinating. What do you think that they're lacking, that they are trying to push you down onto the ground for? And you know what? I would love to know. If you guys have ever dealt with a bully or like still have one to this day, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think that they're lacking, that they're picking on you for it? You'll see it. You know what it is. It's just oftentimes we don't want to sit and look at it because we're just like, oh my God, this person is so mean and rude. Oh my God, they hurt my feelings. But it's okay to have your feelings hurt and all of that stuff, you know, but just sit and kind of look at, there's something that they're lacking. And when you really look at them and like just kind of study them, you get to see, okay, that's what they're lacking. I don't need to be a part of it or engage with it, but it's just very interesting to see what they're lacking, right? So they are lacking that, you are not. And that's why they're picking on you. So remember that. I hope these spells help. And remember, if you want more spells for bullies and stuff like that, go to Patreon and go to my OF. There's a lot more over there. And I'm going to be doing a lot more spells over there too. I have a lot more supplies that I got my hands on. I'm really excited. You can do head work with all of these things. So I'm very, very excited. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you very, very soon.